Okay, so it's a little bit windy and it's sprinkling, so I'll just show you really quick. I picked the hatch up and I forgot that I ordered brand new seals for the doors on the 240, so I got those as well. But we'll do this really quick. In this box is a brand new VR4 99 turbo hatch, and I think this is what the guy said was this one was the last one in the world, brand new, but there's probably other ones, but it may be the last one, so I'm glad I got it. It is really nice because the wing will bolt directly to it. I don't have to drill any extra holes, anything like that. Really nice. All I have to do is pretty much pull it out of the box, make sure there's no like little like shipping like scuff marks, because there's like bubble wrap and stuff, and fix those, and then I can just directly spray it, scuff the wing and spray it, and the bumper as well. So that's pretty nice. Alright, so today I am going to get the paint for the VR4. I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to paint that bumper and the hatch and the wing and stuff like that before I paint the whole car or what, but I may. I want to see the color on the car. My truck's door just started making this noise and it is so irritating. It's like vibrating or something, but when the window's down it doesn't do it. My dad literally had a skid steer and sold it because he didn't like it because it was too easy. So I think he likes shoveling rocks. Just got back from Denver. I was gonna get the paint for the VR4. They had to make it at a different location, but it is the dopest color. So tomorrow I'll reveal the color, and you guys will like see what color I'm gonna paint the VR4. The plan is to, I think I'm gonna paint the hatch, the wing, the sail panels, the hood, the back bumper, these trim pieces, pretty much everything except for the shell or the body, because I want to drive it. And then once once summer's over, then I'll paint the shell and get it all nice. So I went to O'Reilly and got solder so I could do some more stuff with the wiring harness. One bad thing is I went to Walmart. I guess they don't sell solder anymore. At least this one by my house doesn't sell it. So, I had to go to O'Reilly, I guess. So I have my new soldering iron. I have some solder. I'm ready to go to get this stuff, like at least the back taillight stuff done. And I can't wait to see this car in paint. UPS sneakily dropped this off today. I was like working in the garage. I think I went inside to grab a drink, and there it was. The only way I knew it was there was because eBay sent me a notification that it's delivered. So I got this gauge bezel. Before I bought that clip, I ordered that and the climate control and all that other stuff. And I probably should have just waited. I think these don't matter. I think they're left or right hand drive. Kind of looks like it. But let's see. Looks like it has a coin holder. Look at that coin holder. It has a fog light switch I needed. And then you have to use the defroster, and the hazards is on the other side. Okay, so the USDM ones and the JDM ones for the bezel part is the same part number as each other. So right hand drive and left hand drive use the same one. And now you can see I put that in there. It has the fog light switch right there, defroster, and the dimmer, and the hazard button. And that other one with the hole, I'll just swap the one from the half cut that I'm getting. And then one weird thing was, so this, I'm zoomed in. One weird thing is on the JDM plug, all the wires are black, and I'm not exactly sure if that is because the Japanese models don't incorporate a dimmer in it, so they just ground that that wire, because the very far wire right here under this red and blue one should be red and yellow, which is for the dimmer. so it controls how bright the lights are. I just plugged in the one for the USDM, so it has the dimmer function, but I'm not exactly sure if the JDM ones don't have a dimmer function, so I'm not exactly sure because I didn't have the switch. All right, so I pretty much got the tail lights and the side markers in the rear. I got that whole harness complete. You can see I have it just hooked up to the battery for right now just to test it. So these are the running lights. You can see the side markers on, the back tail lights for the running lights are on. Over here they're on as well. They look like they have some kind of crappy bulbs. I think this one might have a bulb out. Let me go replace it. Okay, so I just put an LED bulb in it. You can definitely see it makes it look, I don't know, you can kind of see the LED, so I'm probably just gonna put a normal bulb in it. But I definitely want to put some LED tails in sooner or later. I had a set that I made for the coupe, the other coupe, and everything, but that's pretty much the running lights. So I just stripped that. This is the brake light. You can see brake lights. Brake lights. Had to trim all the ends so I could show you guys. So this, I'm pretty sure this is the passenger side turn signal. So turn signal. This is the driver's side turn signal. You can't really see it. It's kind of, you can kind of see it over there lighting up. And then this wire is the reverse lights. Reverse lights. Just need to run this harness just into by the where the fuse panel and everything's going to be. And I need to mount the battery and have a ground go over there as well. What else am I going to need to do? I need to run the wiring for the trunk light, but that's going across with the speaker wire. I pulled it out of the bag today and took a picture of it. It's almost like so nice. I really don't want to like paint it, but like it would almost be nice if the car was red. The bumper's like so. God, it's like so nice. Like there's like no orange peel. It's like perfectly smooth, no scratches. So nice. And then here's one of the sail panels. So I need to actually call the Mitsubishi dealership because they're supposed to give me another one of these wings, but they weren't able to. So I have a credit for like 1,200 something bucks. I want to actually get new hardware for, there's a little bracket that goes right here. I want to get a new one of those. And then there's new brackets that go on the headlights and the center to support it. So I'd rather have new ones and the correct ones because I think these ones are a little bit different. The bumper is a little bit higher. That one, the bumper just cuts off. So you can see on this one that the bumper goes all the way up here. On the new one, there's a light there. Instead of having this turn signal there, it's like right here next to the headlight. Makes it look a lot cleaner. And I should be getting the new headlights in a few days. I'm driving up to Denver. I'm gonna get that paint and some other supplies, and hopefully I could find a 99 VR4, like a shell. Somebody hit me up and they wanted like 25 grand for one. The market value is like 15 grand. So it was a really clean car. It was in like Tennessee, so I mean some of the bolts had like rust on them and the lines had rust on them, so I mean there's probably rust somewhere else on the car, and it was probably it's probably best that I didn't get it just because I didn't want to have to deal with a rusty car. So I mean, if you're watching this and you know somebody that has a like a shell or one that's blown up or something, 99 only, like 98s aren't the same. Like I want to get a 99. It doesn't have to be complete. It could be like someone was parting it out or something like that. I have quite a few parts for one anyway. I would like the interior to be complete. I want the dash. I want all the VIN numbers. I don't want it to be rusty. I definitely want it to have a clean title. So I mean, if you know of anybody, I know there was a subscriber that said that they had a neighbor that had one sitting in the field, and that'd almost be the perfect situation for me, because I want to pretty much strip it anyway and paint it this color. So let me know. You can message me on YouTube in the community, or you could DM me on Instagram, and we could kind of work it out from there. But you know, $25,000 for I just go buy a Supra for 25 grand. Okay, so just leaving the paint store, I got the paint, I got a bunch of other supplies, and I don't know, I really want to paint the bumper and the wing and all that like random stuff, because the color is so like dope that I want to just see it on like the parts already, and then kind of go from there. But I definitely, so far I'm pleased with the color. I'll you know, once it's on the car, I'll probably like it anyway, but you know, it's one of those colors that it starts as like spray out brown, and because it has so many different like flakes in it, that you're just like, oh man, I got UPS brown. And then once you add more passes on it, it turns into like this really super dope color. And nothing like Colorado Springs traffic, because construction, yay. All right, so gonna go to Walmart because the battery in the G, it's under warranty, 1 to 17, but it's already dead, like all Walmart batteries.
And this, it lied.
Oh, car starts. Well, that's what it says, tarts, car tarts.
I think that's, yeah. Maybe that battery, it's got a little acid on the top of it. It might be a little bit tart.
When did you buy that thing?
So I wanted to drive the G, and at the event on Sunday, I was gonna get a line tomorrow, but the steering rack is not agreeing, and I'd have to put a new steering rack in it. So I'll probably just cancel my, like, reschedule alignment and find a steering rack, and probably not drive the event, so I'm not pouring, like, I don't know, all this fluid, because there's a big puddle there, and there's like a huge puddle on this side. So it's kind of not worth it to just like go and have to keep filling up my power steering fluid and worrying about the rack and all that stuff, and then I have to redo the tow after I put a new rack in anyway. All right, so yesterday I worked on the wiring quite a bit. As before, I have the taillight wiring done, so all the rear lights and all the front lights are complete. And yesterday I worked on like the interior harness, and I still need to run AC compressor wire. I got the AC compressor for my container, so I'll put it on. And I think I'm gonna run that AC compressor wire with the engine harness. But you can see how much nicer this looks and how like thin it is. The stock harness pretty much takes up that whole little clip, and this is like, I don't know, probably half the wiring that was in there, and you can see it's all nice and tucked. And I left a little bit of extra just so when I want to pull the gauge cluster out or when I want to take something apart, it has that ability. It's not going to be too tight. So yeah, I'm just going to keep running this wiring this way, and kind of just keep tying it up as I go, as I complete circuits. Okay, so it's getting a little bit windy, and you know, when the wind blows in the garage, it like blows the thing up in the attic. So I think I'm going to be done with the wiring for today. I got quite a bit done. I still, you know, it looks like a mess, but it's definitely getting there. So everything, all the front lights, the rear lights, the pretty much this whole gauge cluster slash switches for the windshield wipers, turn signals, headlamps, the hazard switch, defrost, fog lights, all wired up. The only, oh, and the dimmer, so you can see right here that it's all nice And one really nice thing is this thing is a lot smaller than it used to be. That used to fill the whole, like this whole hole. It used to be like really like tight to get it on there if you now 240s. And then this is, I put the gauge cluster harness on so I could you know, figure out all that, where the plugs all are going to go. And here's the flasher. I was going to relocate that to the back over there, but then decided it has a spot right there, and then I didn't want to have to lengthen those wires for no reason. So I mean, all the way to like this point, it is complete. All I have to do now is just keep going. And I really didn't want to get too far into this until the whole digital climate control situation. So I should get the clip. I'm hoping I get it tomorrow, but it'll be sometime this week. Once I get it, I'll be able to pull the digital climate control wiring out and be able to actually pull all the rest of the stuff out. So I want to get the wiring for the sun load sensor, which will be over here, and the digital climate control and the power folding mirrors all over here. So then I could just tidy this harness up. It's pretty much ready to go. I just need to connect a few things and pretty much tidy it up. But other than that, I feel that this should only take a few more days of work. I'm not really, you know, doing, you know, I'm not really spending a lot of time on it. But yeah, once it's all done, it'll be all nice. And I think, well, I think everything's going to work. I really hope everything's going to work, because if it doesn't, it's just going to be a pain. I mean, I know how the harness goes. It wouldn't be too hard to diagnose it. It pretty much runs similar schematic as a factory wiring harness, just a little bit modified. So, you know, and then this wire right here is for the clutch. So I left this. I didn't take it out. I took there's an accelerator kickdown switch, but I was going to put it in and then I decided not to. But the clutch one, if I ever want to put two-step in here, I could just run it off of this clutch switch and shouldn't have any issues. Just a precaution. You know, if I ever want to do it, the wiring will be back there and everything. So, you know, I'm going to, you know, like I said, hopefully I get this done in a couple days. I started sanding on the VR4. You guys probably really can't tell, but that fender's all nice and sanded. There's a few little chips I need to fix in it. And then the other fender. So if you don't know, I'm going to paint that, and it's going to look fresh. But yeah, that's it for this video. If you like the video, subscribe, comment below. Click that bell if you haven't, just so you get notifications when I post new videos. Thanks for watching. See you next time.